Hi there. How is everyone doing? Welcome to this month's monthly lottery reading. I have the names of my patrons and supporters in this bowl. And so if you are new and if you would like to join the next lottery and have your name be in this bowl, in order to get a chance to win a reading, then please check the description on the information of how you can join. So, I'm going to go ahead and use the magic brush to find whoever is going to be the recipient of this month's reading. And we have Anya. Congratulations, Anya. Let's get into your reading. All right, so we are going to do a reading which is directed by the cards. So this is a freestyle reading, and this reading type is present in all tiers, so bronze, silver, gold, platinum. You can receive a freestyle reading at any tier. And what a freestyle reading does is it allows the cards to bring up the topic for you. If you're not sure what you want the reading to be about, or if it's not specified, then this is a good way of determining a direction. And also, if you have such a complicated question or such an outside of the box question that doesn't fit into any category listed on my website, this is also the reading type for you. So Anya, we are going to get started by having a look at the topic itself. So this first card simply gives us information about what the reading is going to be about. Okay, and here we have the not so chill card of the Eight of Swords. And so this is a card that, at least in the Osho Zen Tarot deck, I think it's a very dramatic depiction of what it means, and it gives you a very strong, visceral impression of what the card kind of conveys. So, and it's also called guilt, which I think maybe it's kind of a limiting title to use for this card, because it's not simply about guilt. It's about any kind of mental process, any segment of your internal monologue or dialogue, depending on how you do that in your head. We're all different in that regard. So whatever is going on the inside in terms of how you think about your situation, who you are, what you're capable of, what is going on and what is available to you, any kind of negative thoughts that have a tendency to spiral. So they're going round and round, and they're going deeper and deeper into this sort of depressive and negative territory. And so those kinds of thoughts that have these limitations built in, where they are kind of suggesting to you that you will never be able to get past a certain point. They are suggesting that you're powerless. They are suggesting that you have no agency. So one really big thing with the Eight of Swords is the feeling of entrapment, the feeling of having no free will, which obviously you can argue that we don't have free will. As far as I understand, cognitive neuroscience at this point has come to the very likely conclusion that we don't, in fact, have free will. However, free will is an important illusion that allows us to experience life to the fullest, and it allows us to be who we truly are. So when we see the Eight of Swords, there's a distance from that understanding of free will. There's a lack of faith in it. There's a sort of fatalistic determinism that permeates your worldview. So let's see how we can build on this. What is something that you can do in order to gain more agency? And first of all, what area of your life are we talking about here? Where can you gain more agency? And how can you do it? Because, and this is something that I wanted to add, just like free will is an illusion, entrapment is also an illusion. So if you have to choose between two illusions, I think in most situations it's more useful to go with the illusion of agency. Okay, so what area of your life is this entrapment present and where you could gain more agency? And this is the High Priestess. It's called Inner Voice in this deck. And how you can do it is represented by the Fool. So two major arcana cards are making a visit here, and they are letting you know that this is quite a big deal. So where you've lost your agency is actually your connection to your intuitive voice. Society at large is conditioning us to disregard our intuitive feelings. It has trained us to kind of ignore the signals and signs that come from within, that come from an unconscious source. So the card of Inner Voice is saying that this is an area where you've really let your agency go. You discredit yourself. You don't believe yourself. You tend to disqualify and invalidate those internal messages that are trying to come through, perhaps in your dreams, perhaps in these gut feelings that cannot be controlled, cannot be reproduced, and they happen in the situation. And if they happen in a situation that you really want to work, you will try to disregard it and act as if nothing happened. But deep down, you know that there's something just a little bit amiss. So the cards are trying to draw your attention to those kinds of signals. And so how you can get back in touch with your intuition. And here we have the Fool telling you that, one, it's not you who knows things. When these signals are coming through, when you're receiving these messages, these intuitive impulses, it's not you, the person, you, the ego, in charge of that all. It comes from a deeper place. It comes from a more archaic place. And so it's a matter of trusting what is beyond the boundaries of the ego, the perceptual cage that the ego operates within. It's a matter of trust, really. It's a matter of knowing that the universe wants to take care of you, and your nervous system, your body, your brain, the impulses that travel through these neural pathways, and they're bringing you information from the peripheries to the central nervous system. What is happening is there's an incredible amount of data that is being sorted, filtered, and integrated for you by your brain. And it's something that happens automatically. You don't really play a part in it. And it's one form, one manifestation of providence, of something bigger than you, something more, something ancient, something that is beyond the egoic experience that supports you. And so the Fool is saying here that you don't need to know anything. You don't have to be aware of the information, of all the information that you're being that you're processing, essentially, without you even noticing it. You don't have to be alert. You don't have to be cautious, because what is important is going to be made explicit. It's going to be shown to you by way of these intuitive messages. And another important thing here is to not be afraid of making mistakes. The Fool is asking you to surrender your dignity and to not care about how you're perceived, to not care about being in charge, being in control. Let go of it as much as you can and allow this mechanism, this high priestess mechanism, to inform you about the situations that you're in. And once you learn to do that more, doubt is going to become less and less prevalent, and you're going to gain a more stable image of what is going on with you and where you're supposed to be going. So Anya and everyone else who decided to watch this video, thank you for watching. If you're so inclined and are interested in receiving notifications from this channel when I upload a new video, subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts about the reading. And see you next week. Bye-bye.